galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hiding Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hiding Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Id Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 4, Episode 18, and I'm Andarta, the GM for this adventure, and I'm using she/they pronouns.
I'm Sammy, pronouns are she/they, and I'm playing Vadillorn Cursed, who is also she/they, and I am a courier martial artist.
Alright, we are doing a episode that is starting off in a stairwell. There is Vadillorn, who has started to grapple with a assassin who is in a blue suit and has a disruptor rifle on the no, they actually still have the disruptor rifle in hand. They just have a combat knife in the other hand as they are grappled by Vadillorn. And they've tried to recently stab Vadillorn, but Vadillorn has been very good at deflecting it. One could even say parrying.
However tall I am a narrow target.
That is a very good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
To start off this, I am wanting to get an initiative. And we may be adding to this initiative, but we will have the 2 NPC assassins and Vadillorn to start off with a destiny pool, I should add, of 2 light side and 1 dark side.
Perfectly balanced. Give or take a bit.
Give or take a bit, yeah.
I assume it's going to be cool for me.
Yeah, it's entirely going to be cool for you and vigilance for them.
Yeah, I mean, they
I'm gonna go with,
both suck for me, so...
I'm going to go with
I
cool
think
for
they're
them because between the 2, that sucks slightly more for them. Let's see if I remembered how to roll this. Hey, what do you know? I did. And then the second one.
Oh, no.
All right, so the way that this initiative order is working out is going to be NPC, NPC, PC, on account of 2 yellow and a green for the assassins who have identical stats.
And a single green for me.
Yeah.
I should probably put some XP into that stat.
Yes, and the other one. Especially
Yeah,
for
it's
a courier
fine.
type. Well, like, cool, absolutely. Vigilance, probably, for a spy type courier sort of person. We have the one that is grappled by Vadillorn, who is attempting to stab behind them, and almost did last time. Well, they did, but Vadillorn was able to get like a hand on their wrist or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one had decided to try and shoot at Vadillorn and then book it. Because, well, yeah. Vadillorn is one person. One of them can get away.
Yep. And if I recall, they actually shot the sprinkler system, so we are
right. They
all
shot
very
the sprinkler
wet.
system, so now everyone is wet. Oh, that's going to make things even more fun.
On the plus side, it's getting the foam out of my fur.
Oh yeah, we did establish that. The foam is getting out of your fur.
Yay!
The thing I was just sort of thinking, though, is A, water can carry stun bolts, and B, because, yeah, now that you mention, the entire stairwell's sprinkler system from that height down popped. Like, just sort of the pressure wave in it caused a pop.
Yep. Slippery when wet.
In that case, it does make sense for the... Considering they are attempting to book it down, I'm figuring that they should be making a coordination check to make sure that they are not slipping on wet Duracrete. Because running on water-soaked Duracrete and water-slicked Duracrete. It's a stairwell. Bad things can happen. Very bad things. So, yeah, that absolutely sounds like a coordination check to me. I don't know that it really is anything too hard for them, but I do think that it's going to be like a average check, so 2 purple. Toss in a setback for Vadillorn pulling a Batman, or Minoc Man, depending on which way you want to look. And another setback due to environmental effects, also known as what we were just describing. I don't know. Actually, I don't think that second setback actually sounds right. With what we were just describing, plus them having to actually make the roll, I think it should be a red, a purple, and a setback, as opposed to purple, setback. Unless you want to try and add something. I'm pretty open to that.
Not at the moment. I am eyeing up my 2 destiny points there, but I think I'm going to save that for
The one who's
slightly more dire circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Okay, so D1 is starting off in an interesting fashion tonight. After giving them really good initiatives, we now have a failure, a advantage, or 2 advantage, and 1 despair. Yeah, this is entirely the GM giving herself a despair.
Yeah, D1 saw my 1 initiative dice and felt bad.
Yes. I mean, 2 advantage, but a despair. What would you like? Let's do the despair, just because the 2 advantage, there's a few things it could be.
I mean, I think the obvious thing is they fall down at least a flight.
Okay.
Maybe like enough to like twist an ankle so they're not sprinting away anymore, but then pulling the advantage so that their leg isn't fully broken. They're just slowed down, not stopped.
I can do that. Like, essentially, I know there's a crit that specifically does that, where they can no longer spend a second maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. That does get us out of the first one. In some ways, that's nice, because they still have their rifle.
Yep.
But they did go down an extra flight of stairs that they weren't expecting to, and have twisted something, not necessarily damaging them. They have apparently learned how to do the trick of rolling downstairs, but their landing was atrocious. Okay, so that gets us to the next one, which is, I mean, their ability to do much of anything is really constrained. They are nemesis, so they can spend strain and still do an action, as opposed to the only way a minion or a rival could get away from you is burn everything. Though I think they've already gotten Blade out, they might as well just try stabbing again.
Yeah, when the only tool you have, everything looks like a nail? I think I've got that metaphor wrong.
Like, I get the idea behind it.
Life is like a box of hammers.
Like, this is more full-out melee combat. It's going to fall under melee because they are focusing their attacks and actual attacks on the blade and trying to distract you from the grapple. So they do have a maneuver. So what they are wanting to do, effectively it's going to be an aim. They get a boost. But how this plays out is much more, there's the Duracrete wall, there's Vadillorn, and then there's this assassin. They are going to aim by trying to bash Vadillorn against the wall. Like, they're going to try and pull forward a tiny bit and then rear their shoulders back. So this tall Vadillorn is going to bounce a bit off the wall, trying to distract, and then jab the blade in.
I mean, now sounds like a great time to use one of my light side points to make this harder.
That it does. It really does. Do you have anything else on top of, like, for defenses?
Not until they actually make the attack. I've got no actual defense, but I do have my beloved parry.
Absolutely. And I'm going to flip a point back because
Might as well.
base ability with 1 upgrade and 1 boost on account of quote-unquote aiming, a red and a purple, and a setback due to being startled, and a force point being used, and another setback due to water. Oh, so much water. I mean, if there was a fire, it would be out, or definitely getting smothered at this point. Now it's just the two of you.
Yep.
And, well then.
Well, I think that might be enough to get through my parry.
Okay. It is 7 damage, pierce 2, so they got 2 successes, 2 advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that works out to 7 damage, pierce 2. So
Yeah, and it's with between parry and soak. That is 6. So one point gets through.
your parry's knocking 4 off of that. You've got a soak of 4, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, I did math wrong.
On the other hand,
So it's minus 8.
pierce 2, so it's like 8 minus 9, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah. Well,
Like right endpoint, weird numbers that actually kind of work.
mm-hmm.
They do a single point of damage to Vadillorn, but that then opens up all the fun things. Mostly of... Because it is a nice combat knife, they do actually have 2 crit. So they could do that.
Ooh.
I love using all the abilities, but yeah, no. They didn't have time to prepare their blades, because why would they?
Mm-hmm.
Walking around with poison blades is a way to have a poison blade used on you. And because this particular blade has Vicious 2, so I get a plus 20.
Oof, my word.
As I quickly scan, yeah, from what I can see, you don't have any crits.
Not at the moment, no. Up until now, I've been very good at not getting hit.
I mean, yeah, like, between the parry and the soak, you've got a lot. They really had to work on it. Every yellow die came up with at least something, and the boost showed up. It's really because, yeah, they slammed you against the wall. They distracted you just enough to hit you in some place vital, apparently.
Oh my god. Oh, well.
So, a roll of 57, and as mentioned earlier, there is Vicious 2 on the roll, so that's a total of 77, which is the overpowered. The target leaves themselves open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another free attack against them, using the exact same pool as the original attack.
It's fine, I have an excess of confidence.
But, do you have an excess of strain?
I'm a courier, and also a martial artist. I have ways of knocking my strain down.
I mean, fair. I'm just going on... Parry is very strain expensive.
Yep. And I'm about to do more strain if I survive this, because I have other fun tricks.
Oh, I have no doubt. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. I so rarely get to do this. I love it when players do it. Mostly. But like after the initial, oh, how could you? But yeah, you know. Okay, let's see. Oh my
goodness.
I mean,
Well, at least I can't
we know
crit
that
me
it's
again.
3 damage.
Yep. Math.
Yeah. So yes, one of the yellows and the blue decide not to show up this time. The setback. Oh wait, I missed a setback. Okay, so it's 4 success, 2 threat. So yeah, they successfully are able to like do the double jab into your side. And this one, because it's 4 successes and 2 threat, as mentioned earlier, is 9 damage, pierce 2.
It's fine, I have a plan.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're using parry to reduce the strain.
Yep.
Because...
Oh goodness, that adds up very quickly.
Oh, it does.
It is normally, But unarmed parry reduces the strain cost.
I'm not that familiar with unarmed parry, so yes.
May parry while unarmed. Reduce strain cost to parry while unarmed by 1 to a minimum of 1.
The unarmed parry part, like the able to parry while unarmed, kind of in the name, they reduce strain cost. I had forgotten. Like, I've read everything, but there's a lot of stuff.
There's a reason I'm still technically conscious.
Technically, yes. All right, so yes, that is the second. Actually, no, we've got to deal with the 2 threat first.
For their threat, can I give myself a boost to the punch I'm about to throw at him?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Excellent. All right, so first thing I'm doing is Martial Grace. Once per round, suffer 2 strain to add damage to equal to ranks and coordination to next brawl check.
Ooh, that is nice.
I am also 1 strain under my threshold now.
That's good. You still got another strain to play with.
Yep. There's no limit to the number of incidental talents you can use, right? Or is it like a within reason?
Like, it's kind of within reason.
Because I also have Second Wind. Once per encounter, I may use Second Wind incidental to heal strain equal to ranks in Second Wind.
Okay, this is just sort of like an order of when things came up. In this particular case, I'd like to have that go into effect after the hit.
Okay, that works.
A bit more in a more John Wick, Jackie Chan style of fighting where hit, and then like a breath gets taken.
Yeah.
Because people are human. Who knew?
I mean, not all of us are human.
Well, okay.
Some of us
all are people.
Are. Yeah, there we go.
They have 1 melee defense and 1 adversary. So that means if you are punching them, they are 1 red, 1 purple, and 2 setback because they've got the defense and the water.
And also flip the light side point there to bump up my oh my goodness. Okay. So that's 5 successes. Okay, so my sap gloves do 6, which is including my brawn already. So that's 11. But I did Martial Grace, so I add my coordination to it, which is another 3. So 11, 14, 14 damage.
I'm very happy that your sap gloves do not have pierce and have a ridiculously high crit.
Yep.
I mean, punching has ridiculously high crits. You need blades.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Body gives me, it's a crit of 4 now because I have Iron Body, but
I maintain still ridiculously high.
Yep.
That means they are attempting to deflect things. I am figuring. Describe how you're wanting to actually make the punch. Like, you're in this stairwell landing, you've got stairs going up, stairs going down, the sprinkler system is going and just drenching everyone. They just slammed you against a wall, stabbed your side twice. How does it look for you to respond?
First step is kind of like slapping the knife hand away, headbutt, not really to do damage, just more for the aesthetic of it. Take a step back, and then just like a 1-inch punch to their neck.
What I'm thinking, especially considering they got 3 threat, what I am thinking with that is you do connect. You, like, obviously you're doing 14 points of damage. I am figuring that because parry doesn't necessarily mean you have to parry with your hands, like you aren't necessarily knocking things out.
Yeah.
But I'm figuring that with the way that you slap their knife out of the way and then punch at their neck, they essentially are rolling at the moment or moving forward from the initial shove of their knife, and they're using their own parry to knock that down by 5.
Oh my goodness.
they're kind of lucky they got parry 3. Then applying their soak to things does still do a fairly high amount of damage to them. Like, do not get me wrong, especially considering all the... But, doing a grand total of 6 damage at the end, which is, considering it's a punch...
Not too shabby.
Especially considering part of their parries and moving forward in that, I am thinking that for the 3 threat, they are no longer engaged. They're on the other side of there. And with that, that's when your second wind kicks in.
Gotcha.
So it's the two of you. There's that brief moment where you're able to get your second wind, and they're realizing that you aren't just some parkour person. You actually can use your hands pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could have just been someone who was very good at going up and down.
I mean, they're not wrong on that front. But I contain multitudes.
Off in the background, you hear this clanging. It definitely sounds like metal on metal happening. Just because I actually want to roll something. You hear the clanging come up. Vadillorn is actually able to see over the side of the, down the stairwell. Because we've already established last episode that the stairwell has a open core for many different reasons. Out of the corner of Vadillorn's eye, you can see something happening. There is a flash of sparkling purple about a flight and a half down. There's a whip of sheet getting snapped. And then there's a flash of purple. Then we get something happening. And I shall roll for this. Because. And prone and melee is boost. 2 strain for that. Then we take a look at the melee. This is the reason why you never get into a fight with them. Okay, nah, they're not going to. As far as Vadillorn can see, there's a flash of purple. It looks to be an electro weapon of some variety, like one of the old electro staves, or that the old IG-2 100s used. General Grievous's bodyguards. And...
Oh my goodness.
Okay, then we're using another talent.
What is D1 up to?
That's an excellent question. Okay, initial result of this on 4 yellows, 1 green, 1 boost, 1 red, 1 purple, 1 setback is 1 failure and 2 advantage. We are going to be using Natural Brawler because, well, we can. On the other hand, getting 4 successes is enough. This was a pretty specific time as to when they needed to hit. They didn't use a Destiny point. They are now using a Destiny point. In vague theory, it should be a light side point, but I'm just going to use a dark side because that's what the muscle memory says. And why not? I mean, it's Jones doing something. So with that, that is 14 Pierce 2 against them. On the other hand, they are prone. I'm going to go with he doesn't have anything to parry with. Through all of that, yeah, I'm going to go with he actually knocks the guy out at that point.
Excellent.
That there's enough damage to the guy and enough otherwise that, yeah, that he just smacks the guy hard enough after using a few. Oh, right, and then, I missed that. That's another 2, so that is 16 Pierce 2.
Oh my goodness. Jones, save me.
This is reason why you do not get into knife fights with an infiltrator. He is able to... Now, if I'm doing this completely, fully above board, he does actually do enough damage to run the guy through. He does not do enough. He he cannot shift it to enough strain to knock the guy out.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that was a vibro weapon going in and being very effective.
Yep. This is the next season of Murderbot, apparently.
So he jumps up, and then echoing up the stairwell, you hear, "Disruptor rifle. Oh, Binal."
Yeah, we need this one alive. We need them to answer questions. Don't kill this one.
All right, that does. Ta-da! And then we get a nice battle droid who's going to have to spend like a couple maneuvers or a coordination check to get up into range, but they've decided to take care of the one who's bolting as they have been trying to get up. So we've got the one guy who has the disruptor rifle out, the blade out. Okay, miraculously they do have the same dice pool. They have the identical dice pool. That's it. I could do something absolutely silly with this, and I'm very tempted.
Do it for the bit.
I mean, I'm going to do it just on account of I don't do it that often. They're going to attempt to shoot, but then also they are essentially running in trying to distract you. So they're doing it from engaged. They are shooting. They are using a rifle. They are sort of hand holding the combat vibro blade underneath the barrel and are attempting to drive that into you as a secondary hit. Disruptor's primary, the vibro blade is secondary. Am I doing silly things so that Vadillorn has a higher chance of surviving?
Not being disintegrated.
Not actually the case, but maybe an actual bonus to things. So, as I say, they've got that. If they're using paired weapons, it should be... Because the least interesting thing is them just standing there and using the disruptor rifle.
This way they're solid snake engaging in CQC with a rifle.
Like the other semi-reasonable thing would that be them coming at you with the vibroblade. I've already put time into this. Let's do this. I am going to use a destiny point, though. This one is properly a dark side point. Do with that as you will.
Before you type that out, I think I'm going to use one back to make it more difficult on him.
Almost ridiculous, but okay.
And look, I don't want to get shot by a disruptor.
That's entirely fair. I'm just going on. It's ranged heavy and engaged with a combat vibroblade. Its worst characteristic, worst rank, being combined. Spending the destiny point actually brings their skill up to what it was, not increasing, because just the way the melee pool is built is interesting.
Yep, they're mad at getting throat punched. Well, I'm happy at this result.
I mean, yeah, they shoot and try and stab you, and it just ends up that they're engaged again. They do have 2 failure and 2 threat. Out of 4 yellow, 1 red, 4 purple, and 1 setback.
They made a valiant effort.
The thing that is scary about all this is how much Vadillorn is getting shot at with disruptor rifles.
My abject fear at being disrupted is manipulating fate.
So it seems. That is what they're doing. Then we get the 2 PCs, because Jones would be considered a PC. I'm still having him go at the end because who knows? Other NPCs might show up. Vadillorn, how do you want to respond to this being shot at with a disruptor again?
Oh.
And they tried to stab you on top of that.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna push my strain. I am currently 11 of 13. And since it's a new round, I can do Martial Grace again. Which puts me at 13 of 13, which does not exceed my threshold.
Does not exceed your threshold, yeah. That could be fun, sure.
First things first. Keep the destiny points flowing.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
And then I gotta punch him again because I've got hands and I know how to use them.
I mean, you are a Lisette. For all I know, you're going to kick him. But sure, let's.
I mean, like you said, I'm a Lasat, so when I use my feet, there's no difference to punching.
We've had you use 2 limbs. There are 3 more.
I wonder if I could jump and hit him with all 4 limbs at the same time.
I mean, arguably, no. Or we're increasing to something in the silly range like what he just tried to do.
Yeah, that's something I'll try outside of combat where they're trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
It was red for adversary, P for the rest of the engaged difficulty.
Yeah.
And then they had some defense, right?
1 defense, 1 adversary. Yes. So, RPS. And don't forget the water. So, another S.
Oh, okay. Boop. I'll take it. Mm-hmm. So that is 6, 7, 8 damage. Plus my martial grace brings it up to 11. Yeah. 8 plus 3 is 11. Probably.
Mm-hmm. That is, yes. I mean, they've got their knife out. And you're punching them. They are trying to shove your hand aside as you do with their... They're trying to get the knife around and like lock down your arm under their shoulder. They're kind of able to. They're able to parry is really what I'm trying to describe.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them up to 6 string used. And then they do have the 3 soak again, so that is, they do still take 3 wounds to that. So now they are definitely hurting.
Yep. And I've already used those 2 advantage to reduce my strain.
Entirely fair. Then that brings us to the next person, who is going to be Jones, who is going to be attempting to bound up. Like, they're going to be doing parkouring up. I figure, okay, there is wetness, so that is going to... No, if you're parkouring with metal rails, Duracrete, and a gaping hole underneath you, that sounds like... It sounds hard with at least 1 upgrade.
I believe in you, Jones.
Okay, so their coordination is... They have trees. So many trees. No, clever solution doesn't help in that situation. Let's see. Yeah, no, I think they're just going to try and be doing the whole jumping up and moving and doing things. Honestly, no, that does feel like it should be 2 red, a purple, and then the setback due to the water. Well, no despairs. No triumphs, no success, no failure. For advantage.
Yeah, they're in the zone and parkour too high. Now on the floor up.
Okay, yeah, I like that. It was that or they misjudge where their footing was and slip on the jump, so they don't quite go as high enough and have to grab onto the railing, and they have to like do a maneuver to get in or smash their... Yeah, they've got hands, and cause them to go wailing down. Good old sheep. But no, I like that. And yeah, for the forward advantage, yeah, they have gone too high. And they are up on the landing above you. Like you see the very familiar cape at this point. You know the cape. I mean, Jones is around the ship all the time, so you know the cape as it flies up over you. Like you catch a very brief glimpse of the mustache and there's Jones with the single vibroblade out. The other one's across his back still. As he goes up, there's like a few flecks of blood that are hitting the floor, getting washed away by the sprinkler. But you definitely see it land as he goes sailing up past. As he lands, it's like,
ew, this is too high. 1 moment, it should be right there.
Looked cool, though. Welcome to the fight, Jones.
okay, that does bring us to the end of the second round. With this, so you're on a landing with... Yeah, you're at a door. It goes into a level that some hotel guests are at.
Mm-hmm.
The way this hotel is set up is different teams are on different levels. At this point, the door on that landing flies open. There are the two of you engaged in combat. The assassin has a rifle and a combat vibro laid out. You are fighting, and what you're able to see with that is a fairly aged clone trooper with a bit of facial stubble, no hair, and like most of the phase 2 torso armor, and what looks to be a smuggler's trench coat otherwise. Something very Jedi General-esque, especially from the ancient Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah, any kind of like coat or cloak over armor is just the chef kiss aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. So, under one arm, he has unslung a very classic clone trooper rifle. On the other one, he is dragging a Weequay by the collar. The Weequay does seem to be passed out. And now the Weequay seems to be airborne.
What?
Okay, arguably that would be ranged heavy.
Yep.
So that would be at short range. The Weequay would be an improvised weapon. So that's an automatic threat. Throwing into engaged. Technically going at the person who isn't Vadillorn. So there would be an upgrade and a setback.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do a light side, go ahead.
I got one left, so I gotta sit on it.
I am going to use a destiny point to up the difficulty, just cause, and make sure that there's one available for when you go next time. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Door flies open. You see Hookman there. In there, you can see that they have suited up for combat. They've got the phase 2 armor on. They've got the smuggler's trench coat over, however. And yeah, they've got this Weequay that is passed out that they've been dragging one-handed. Because, I mean, they are still a clone trooper.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't entirely matter. They kick open the door. Then they're going to be spending 2 strain to take a second maneuver and size everything up, essentially activating their true aim. And then they are using, I really do figure that it's ranged heavy to hurl a large person-sized object at another person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're using the ranged heavy. It is an improvised, so they do have an automatic threat, all that. And you were going to use a light side on this roll?
Yeah, might as well now.
Okay.
Oh.
That would bring it up to 2 red and a setback and a threat. Because improvised weapon. And yeah, let's see. Well, that threat showed up.
Goodness.
It's 1 threat. Okay. Okay, so, oh, geez, and that's the hilarious part. They are at point blank. Their point blank talent does trigger.
Amazing. I love that talent. So good.
Okay, lethal blows they're not critting. They've only got 1 threat. They have deadly accuracy, so on 1 hit that they do, they're only doing 1 this round. They have plus 3 damage. I did the upgrades for the true aim. I forgot the boost for the true aim, because they do actually get 1 aim out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Yeah,
those
checks
cancel
out.
out, so you still have the threat.
Why don't you roll a plain blue dice?
Okay, so yeah, they come through, they take this, looks to be stunned, passed out, what have you, Weequay, and just fling at this assassin, the one that Vadillorn is engaged with, and they are attempting to knock it out. Like, this is body on body against Duracrete. I am going with it's probably stun damage anyway, or non-lethal wounds, if you want to put it that way. As in, not necessarily killing them. So, 5 successes. I will go with their brawn as a base. Then we have deadly accuracy. and point blank, which adds another 5 between the two. So that is a grand total of a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get to use their parry. Technically, that does end the fight. Because it would be doing wounds. They're doing 12 damage via... Technically, no. Okay, so the assassin is at wound threshold, not over wound threshold. So the splitting of hairs that
Yeah.
Hookman kind of is doing, assassin is taking 9 damage, which is what they have left before their wound threshold. They're at their wound threshold now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Wee Wei also took some damage as well from being flung bodily into the assassin as they both bounce off. And I am considering that, yeah, no, this pretty much should cause them to collapse onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah, this Wee Wei gets thrown. The assassin and the Wee Wei bounce against the Duracrete. I'm figuring heads are knocked or something like that. There is a pile of 2 people on the floor.
Yeah.
At Vadillorn's feet.
Be a shame if someone drop kicked them.
I mean, at this particular point, but the only thing that the assassin can do during their turn would be to get out from under the Wee Wei and then try and run.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Like they don't... they may have strain to use. They don't have any stim packs. I mean, no. The only other thing that they could do, really, is attempt to shoot.
Yep. I mean, they've tried so hard and come so far.
I mean, it should be short distance with... Yeah, no. They've got the rifle. They might as well. Like, they've got, like, one last thing to do. They might as well. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. So I'm going to go with they spend their maneuver to get everything clear. They may not... They might be still under the Wee Wei, but they're able to get their arms clear enough that they're able to shoot without issue. They would be at short range, so they would be able to shoot without the impressive penalty.
Yep. That being said, I do have 1 destiny point left, and I am insistent on not getting shot.
I mean, that is fair. So yeah, they're not able to aim. They're not really able to do anything else. So yeah, no, this is just against... And they're firing from prone. And there's water, and they're still on the startled, and so that's 3 setback. And...
Oh, thank goodness.
This is getting ridiculous. I swear one day an assassin is going to hit.
Yep, I'm going to say my awful luck is infectious.
I would argue that this is the flip side of your luck, because in all seriousness, you've somehow dodged 3 disruptor blasts from a disruptor rifle.
Yep.
Which is actually worse than a disruptor pistol. By a lot.
I've never passed a check in my life, but I also haven't been shot yet. And thus there is balance in the force.
D1 wants to argue that. You've hit him twice. You've gone
fair.
twice today, and you've hit him twice.
But I also don't have disruptor fists.
That sounds like...
I should get disruptor fists.
They make those, kind of. Anyway, before we get too distracted. 2 failure, 2 advantage. I am... I didn't use it as destiny point on this. Oh.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Well, no, the fun part is that means I can use a destiny point on the result of this shot.
Oh.
I can include a destiny point on the advantage, so I can like hyper up the advantage.
Ah.
So what I am going with is, I don't know if we've actually seen a disruptor in Star Wars, or at least I don't remember one. And with the way that the stats are, you don't want to get hit by one. The thing is I'm going with that the 2 advantage and the destiny point are enough. Like, we know that if you shoot a blaster bolt in a magnetically sealed area, it will bounce around.
Oh no.
Well, I'm going to go with that the shot on this is enough to... It does 100% miss Vadillorn, but with the advantage and the destiny point, I'm going to go with that due to the reflections, especially from the water and all that, it actually hits him.
Oh no.
Really, I'm just going to have him roll a crit. Or actually, no, I want you to roll a crit at plus 60.
Oh my goodness. It says exclamation mark crit, right?
Yeah, exclamation mark crit space plus 60.
Oh no. I mean,
I'm
that's
now actually disappointed. Yeah. Please, for the audience.
That is a crit of 102. Maimed. One of the target slims selected by the GM is permanently lost.
And this does, for disruptor rifles, they are unable to roll below 96 to 100, which is crippled. But this, technically, at the output, is 102. So, maimed is higher.
Fun.
The disruptor bolt ricochets around, and Vadillorn's able to dodge out of the way. Hookman sees what's going on and takes her now free hand and grabs the inner door handle of the door and just jumps back, falls back, and closes the door, which actually does have the blaster bolt bounce off of it. And it then angles in and hits the assassin's rifle arm. Their primary hand has been the disruptor rifle. And yeah, they hit the disruptor rifle arm with the disruptor rifle pulse, and thus causes the entire arm up to the shoulder to be disrupted and essentially just turn to ash. It's only due to the nature of it reflecting off of all of these surfaces that it doesn't then just take the entire pile of them and disrupts them. In this case, it just hits him in the forearm. It travels both up and down. The energy actually passes through their hand into the disruptor rifle, and the whole, from shoulder to tip of the barrel, turns into this sort of ashen look, and then just falls down completely. No bones, no nothing, just ash down.
So the wound is cauterized, right?
Maybe.
Fun.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find me on the socials at Deuterium Ice, and you can find show updates at linktree/the Hydian Way.
Oh, yeah. I am at places on the internet at linktree/Goddess Sammy with one fewer S's than you might think.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a Cav Crew subscription at ko-fi.com/theheidianway. Oh goodness. Paired weapons is a weird roll. Hang on one moment.
Yeah. It should be the highest difficulty
Dual.
increased by 1.
Yeah, choose a primary weapon, use a lower characteristic and lower skill to assemble the dice pool. Difficulty is the higher of the 2 checks. If the difficulties are the same, add 1 difficulty dice and add 2 if they're different.
Okay.
Primary weapon hits and the secondary weapon hits if spending 2 advantage or triumph.
Okay.